Yo, how's it going, guys? Um, so I guess I'm gonna move on to the second video of the legendary tutorial here. Now in this one, I'm just gonna play with all expansions, and because from here on out, we'll pretty much just be learning keywords and how they interact with each other, and the different masterminds and schemes and stuff like that. And the gameplay should go by a lot faster as well, because I won't be having to explain every little thing that I do. Hopefully. Sweet. So here we're just gonna leave this at default because that's the way I like to play. I might take out villains and fear itself. These two are kind of like from the villains series, I guess. They have all this extra stuff, and they introduce a lot of awkward mechanics. If you're playing this and you don't take those out, just there's a couple. We'll leave them in. All right? Yeah, we'll leave them in. That way, there's a chance we can get them, and I can explain like the similarities, because sometimes like this says HQ/layer. It confuses a lot of people. They're like, yeah, well, what's the layer, or what's the commander? Stuff like that. Okay, cool. So we'll play another multi-hand game. And also, by the way, I fixed that scheme that was broken. Go me, I guess. Cool. Still all oxygen on Earth. The oxygen level starts at 8. The oxygen level decreases by 1. Oh. It's interesting. So this is a time scheme. So we're going to have to play kind of quick here. Okay, so we got Kurth, Breaker of Stone. He's from one of the villain sets. Fear Itself, that is. So he has like the Loki team. I forget what team it is. Enemies of Asgard. Yeah. But that's basically a Loki helmet on there. We got Phoenix. That's it's two Berserk characters, which is awkward, but Phoenix has piercing energy. She's pretty good, but you have to KO the card, so she's kind of like a combo deck. So if you're going to build Phoenix, you really need this card, and since it's a 6-dropper, and in order to do it efficiently, you have to play these two together. So if you get super lucky, you can get like 3 of these cards and 3 of these cards in your hand, or something like that. It's kind of rough, but now this card right here is pretty good for anybody, honestly, even if you're not going Phoenix, because it's basically just straight up 3 recruit, and it allows you to KO a card as well, other than it. So that's pretty good. Her ultimate's kind of weird. So the way I play this ultimate, this is not in the rules anywhere, by the way. But usually when I'm playing the game, I kind of try to minimize the, how to put this nicely. I don't know, the selfish plays. There we go. I try to minimize the selfish plays like this. So like, there's a part of the game where you can play this card and try to aim to proc its effect, where if on your Quadra Berserk here, if you make at least 13 attack power, she becomes corrupted and devours the earth. You win, evil wins, and all other players lose. So I usually play that if you proc that effect with your Quadra Berserk, then everybody loses, right? Nobody wins. That's just including you, but that's just me. So that'd be interesting to play with. Sure, we'll keep this stuff. Why not? We'll see how it goes. We got Ragnarok here. Each player says 0 or not 0, then each player discards all their cards with that cost. Oof. It's pretty rough. But so we got the Assault Squad. Okay, so yeah, this is awesome. So these Assault Squad guys here, they're also from they're from the villains expansion, and so normally it'll say henchmen. So if we come up here and grab a henchman group out of here, these guys say henchman villains, and there's a lot of things that target like henchmen specifically or something along those lines, and that is like those words are interchangeable. So like backup adversary and henchman is basically the same thing. Cool. And we got 2 bystanders. We should only have 2, right? Yep. Okay, good. And no setup, sweet. And get this show on the road. Yeah, I always like to take like before the game starts, I usually do like a quick rundown of kind of what I'm dealing with, you know, so I have kind of an idea of what I want to go for, but not too much, right? Because like if you sit here at the start of the game and metagame too much, it kind of takes a little bit of the fun out. We'll just give these guys some play mats. Oh, that reminds me, somebody sent me a play mat as well. Cool, so this guy has a 4-2 hand, so he's gonna have 6 recruit next turn. That's cool. Wow, but that's an unfortunate first villain card. Can't kill it, so... Oh, but we can start into the Beast route. Beast and Maximus kind of go well together. Maximus has a lot of tech stuff, and Beast does weird... He does like X-Gene tech. What X-Gene is if you have that class in your discard. So most of the time, like this Maximus here, the tech symbol before that ability means you have to play it before in order to proc it. But but X-Gene says you can use a card's X-Gene ability only if you have the specified class of card in your discard pile. So that's kind of cool. So we'll just go ahead and pick up this Beast here for him, and we'll see how this guy goes. This guy has a 3-3 hand. Very good. So neither one of us got a 4-2, so we're doing pretty okay here. And we do need to get we need to kind of ramp up pretty quick, because the still all oxygen on Earth is probably gonna start beating us out, and it's not gonna be fun. And this guy gets +2 attack for each hero class among heroes in the HQ. So currently, he has 1, 2, 3, 4 times 2 is 8. 8 plus 6 is 14. So he's at 14 attack currently, which is pretty large. Nice. This is perfect right here. So we can play our 3-3 hands. I think the backup adversaries... Yeah, it's fine. So we'll kill this first, and then we'll contemplate what we want to purchase down here. Alright, so... Alright, it got rid of our other attack card. So grabbing an attack card would be nice. But we only have 3 recruit here. Now this guy... I was going to see if I could take him into like a Berserk synergy. But... Interesting. He can pick up this Wolverine. Wolverine's not bad at all. This guy's gonna go like kind of like a more tech focused build. Yeah, sure, he'll grab the Wolverine. Why not? Oh boy. This deck is actually pretty strong. It may not look that great just by looking at it, but it is pretty good. So this guy's gonna also have 6 recruit on his turn. That's gonna be interesting. We knew that most likely this guy was also gonna have 6 recruit, since he KO'd this this guy right here. He was the only other trooper. So out of 7 cards, right? So we drew 5, so we would have 7 left over in here that we were going to be drawing from. I guess the Wolverine kind of messed with the odds a little bit, so there were 4 cards that we could have gotten into this hand that were not recruit, but it's okay. Anyway, moving on. Okay, sweet, symbiote bonds. These are interesting. I'm sure it'll happen sometime, but I'm going to try my best to make it not happen, if at all possible. So we have our 6 recruit, and he was going with these, so he can for sure pick up this 4 and this 2. But I'm going to recruit this 2 drop first to have 4 left over, and see what comes out. Okay, a Wolverine. That's going to be probably more towards this guy. So we'll just go ahead and pick up this Maximus here as well. Alright. Now it's this guy's turn. Oh, nice. Got some more henchmen out there. This guy has 6 recruit. He's going to instantly scoop probably this Kurth. So it has 3 attack printed on it. And it's 5 drop. So he'll grab this one right here. Nice. Sweet. I can't proc this X Gene Tech, but that's okay. So I have 3 attack. So 3 and 3. This is kind of risky. If I hit something that's not a gray hero, that is kind of dirty. Actually, this henchman group's really dirty with this scheme. Depending on things. Because, I mean, you can always choose out of your discard, but so far we've basically whatever we discard from the top of our deck is what has to get KO'd. So that's kind of weird. Now this guy is 3 recruit, but we can't afford anything in the HQ with that, so I'm just going to pick up an officer with him. Sweet. We got a Marina. Sweet. So this guy... Oh, nice. One of the 2 bystanders. Sweet. This guy has 3 attack and can draw a card with Wolverine, so we'll just play that first and draw us a card here. So now he has 3 recruit and 3 attack. So 3 recruits, not going to get too much done. We have an interesting choice here. The 3 attack will take care of this guy, though. Our discard's empty, so it's kind of risky. But I think, I mean, we could hit our Kurth, which would be extremely unfortunate. But let's go ahead and, oh my god. It happens, folks. It happens. So I'm going to put any non-gray heroes that are KO'd into like this rooftop space up here, because they count towards this scheme. So wow, talk about taking a hit. So we're gonna go ahead and grab us an officer. Oh my goodness, Yo-Yo is amazing. So that's not terrible. I'd probably rather have that Kurth, but another one's out here, so I'm not too upset about it. And we're just gonna pretend that didn't happen, you know? Like, sometimes you just gotta pretend it doesn't happen. Now I believe I can proc my X Gene on this guy, so go ahead and draw a card. That is amazing. So now we have 1, 2, 3, 4 recruit and 3 attack. So villain on the rooftops or bridge. She can't bond with herself. Nice. So we don't really want this in our deck per se, because we don't really have blue. There's not a whole lot of blue going on. If anybody could proc it, it would be this guy occasionally if he picks up this Kurth. But he doesn't have the attack to take her out next turn, and currently we can kill her without her bonding to anything. So we're just going to go ahead and do that. And we have 4 recruit, which leaves us 1 short of getting our beastie boy. So we'll go ahead and pick up a second officer here. Nice. Oh, where does this guy bond? Just any henchman and villain in the city. See what? So this is what I was talking about. So if I hit this guy now, this guy doesn't say henchman, but the backup adversaries act as henchmen. So we got 5 recruit, and we can buy another Kurth, and hopefully we will not, you know, KO it. Jeez. There's a twist happening. So the level starts at 8. We're just going to use this attack counter over here. So anything that costs more than 7 would get KO'd. There's not currently any 8 droppers in the HQ, so we don't have to worry about that right now. But it is kind of pressing. So it's going to be 4 recruit, which is 1 short of our Beastie Boy again. That's kind of sad, but we do have 4 attack here. If I hit this guy, there's again a chance of us not hitting one of these guys. Then there's actually a pretty good chance that we'll hit one of our 2-drop Beastie Boys here, for the most part. So we're gonna, or an officer, because we have 4. So I don't know. It's more of a gamble. I've learned my lesson. Let's not gamble on hitting this guy right now. Oh, I had 4 recruit. So I think I would have gotten a sidekick and a new recruit. Cool. And there we go. We got another scheme twist. So now we're down to 6. So anything 7 or above would get KO'd. There's nothing in there 7 above, so we're okay. And I'm about to show you why Yo-Yo is busted. Wait a minute. Let's go ahead and yeah, my bad. Okay, cool. Sorry, I kind of went a little too fast on his turn and forgot to spend his 4 recruit, and kind of panicked and just picked up sidekick new recruit. Anyway, so then that would have came out for that. That's still not 7 or above, so we're good. Fixing mistakes, it happens. So Yo-Yo here says if you play 2 shield teams before her, you may send this hero undercover or put it on top of your deck. Now the important thing to remember with this is when you play her, you get the 2 recruit no matter what. So if you send her undercover, you still have it. If you put her on top of your deck, you still have the 2 recruit that she generated as well. So we'll play these 2 guys here, and then we'll play Yo-Yo. So that's 2, 3, that's 4 recruit, and I can kind of keep a count, or I'll use a counter here to show what I'm talking about. So we have 4 recruit in the pool. I proc her ability to send her to the top of my deck. I can play my Wolverine now to draw her again, play her again, and now I'm up to 6 recruit. So now I have the option, because these 2 are still here, I've still played them before her, I can send her back to the top of my deck or undercover. It's up to me, or I can leave her out here. But I think because we need a lot of recruit right now, I'm going to send her to the top of my deck again. And we only have 2 attack, but we have 6 recruit. Interesting choices here. I think I'll pick up this Kurth for 4, and then maybe a sidekick for 2. This guy needs to pick up his beasties, man. Come on. Alright. So we'll just clear that and delete this off the table. I just was using it to show what was happening with the Yo-Yo there. Sweet. Let's see. So we got the slightly better Venom villains, I guess. There's 2 of these symbiote bonding villain groups, I think. There may be a third, I can't remember. I'm pretty sure there's only 2 though. One of them is all their symbiote bonds happen on ambush, and then these guys, all their symbiote bonds happen on fights, so they're a little easier to control. Let's see, so I do believe there's a tech in here. There is, so I'll get to draw a card from my Beastie Boy here. Very nice. So that brings us up to 3 attack and 4 recruit. So with 4 recruit, we'll pick up our 2-drop Beastie Boy. Also, an interesting thing that I could have done here say I did not have a tech in my discard to proc his draw card, I could have played 2 of my recruit first, then bought this beastie boy, and then played this beastie boy and procced his X gene off of that. So that's always a thing you can do. And with the 2 left over, we'll pick up a sidekick and fight this guy. And we will get rid of probably a recruit power here. Keep in mind that this does say non-gray heroes, and these base cards are considered gray heroes because they have no class. These are also considered gray heroes because they have no class, and the oops, cheated. The basic sidekicks, these guys have no class as well, and I believe Maria's, yeah, Maria's have no class as well. Cool. Yep, that's about everything I wanted to get done on that turn. Another thing that I'm thinking about now, I just can't get this out of my head. This was such a misplay that I'm having to go back and, you know, remind myself over and over again what I could have done differently to change this outcome. Another thing I could have done before hitting this guy would have been to like just buy a new recruit first, and that way if I didn't like what I flipped off the top of my deck, I could have gotten rid of the new recruit instead. Alright, so the way these thrown artifacts work here is when you play them, on the turn that you play them, they will proc other cards. So let's say I had a card that required blue, like this chick here, right? So let's pretend that this was in his hand or something. Let's say I play this right now, so this blue class icon will proc her blue class icon on her card because I played this turn. And I would get +2 attack usable only against a mastermind. But let's say I play this turn and I don't use it, and it just sits here, because that's kind of what artifacts do, is they just kind of sit here in your artifact zone until you activate them. And let's say it's the next turn, or I played this last turn and then played this card. This would not proc this ever. Even if I throw this turn, which I'll get to in a second, it would still not proc this card. Okay, cool. So now let's get into throwing artifacts. So some artifacts are thrown, and when you activate them, you put them at the bottom of your deck, like so, your draw pile, and you get whatever it says. So in this case, it would say when you throw this, you get +2 attack. I don't know if I want to do that currently or not. I'll have to look and see. So we have the overpowered Wolverine yo-yo combo again. So we may just go ahead and do that. So that's going to be 6 recruit. And I'll stick her back on top. So we have 6 recruit and possibly 3 attack. So she bonds with any villain that has an odd numbered attack. So she would be bonding with this guy. So if I hit her for 3, she'll basically come over here and sit on top of this guy, and they both become 1 card, basically. So this would be like a card with 8 attack and both of these fight abilities, kind of. So when you hit this 8 attack card, you will then pick one of the cards to take off and activate its fight ability. So if she bonds to this guy, that would be very bad, because then we would have 2 symbiote bond fight effects, which is not good. Now, they cannot bond to something that's already been bonded, including themselves. So if I hit this and it went on here, and then I hit it again for the 8 attack, and I chose her or him, or her again. Yeah, we'll just say her again for now. She's already technically bonded to this guy, so I would be able to take her then. But that might be a little confusing. But anyway, that's how the bonding works. Because like, so I hit this for 8, and when I take her off, they're already bonded, so and neither one of these have an odd attack, so I would get her. But I don't think that's worth throwing this artifact for right now. We may look. This guy has 3 attack easy, so push comes to shove, he can bond it next turn. And we have our 6 recruits. We'll pick up this Wolverine and a sidekick. Oops. Oh boy. Discard. Discard right here. This guy's annoying. He comes into the city and pushes everything, and then you do his ambush. It says this symbiote bonds with the mastermind. So this guy now has armor. The symbiotic armor on him. So it's 7 attack plus his 2 for each different in the HQ, which is only 3 currently. So that's 6. So he's 13 attack currently. But the first time we hit this guy, we don't take a tactic. We just KO one of our heroes instead. Slightly obnoxious, but it's okay. we'll make it through this, maybe. Alright, X-Gene Tech. There's nothing in my discard. 2, 3, and we only have 4 recruits. So that's sad panda. We're not going to get to draw a card. But this guy has 2 attack. Oh, also these villains that come into your deck, when they're under your ownership, I guess you can say, this attack power that you use to defeat them becomes their cost. So this basically becomes this, and then this is their value. So this becomes this. All right. So this is a 2 attack, 3 cost hero now. So that's 3 attack, 4 attack. We have no blues, so we can't proc her +2 only against the mastermind. Doesn't really matter in this case. Another villain in the city. So he just goes to anything I want him to go to. That's... oof. I could put him here. And then that would, unless an odd numbered attacker comes up, I could just kill her outright. But this guy would be 9 attack. So I might have to do a strat here where we just let this guy escape. So I'm going to hit this guy, and then his fight effect says I can bond him to any other villain in the city. I get to choose this, so I'll choose this guy. It is a consideration to put him here, but this guy has an escape effect, which is not great, and I'm going to try to kill this guy before he escapes. Also, if I put this here, when I fight these guys, I would take this. Oh, I could take one of them, but I don't know. Just having the option to free this up would be better, I think. Cool. Then we have our 4 recruit. We haven't recruited anything, so we'll pick up this Phoenix. I'm really not happy with how slow this game is going. Okay, so a Master Strike. What does this guy do? Each player says 0 or not 0, then discards all their cards without cost. This guy only has 3 recruits. If we discard not 0, he'll have 2 attack and 1 recruit, which is not great. This guy is pretty simple. He'll just say not 0, and he'll get rid of the sidekick Maria, and still have 4 recruit left over to pick up either the Wolverine or this Kurth here. This guy's a little bit harder because this is basically a non-card. I don't want to play this right now. Did that didn't? Oh, I didn't click buy button, so this didn't Soaring Flight. I don't think. Hang on, let me test this. Let me make sure this is working properly. Yeah, it is. Okay, cool. So I must have just drug her down to my discard. Oh, you know, I did. My bad. Yeah, it's all good though. I think we'll just say not 0 and have a messed up turn. Well, okay, so we'll say 0. Either way, this guy is kind of not great, but if we say 0, we can at least pick up a sidekick or something. Cool. And that was because of this Master Strike effect here, still. So this guy has 4 recruit. That'll get my Kurth combos started. Sweet. Now this guy's gonna take a go. Sweet. That's interesting. We could contemplate fighting this guy, but we'd only still make it to 2 recruit. Because, so piercing energy here, which is what this attack value is, anything in this orange burst like symbol is called piercing energy, and it'll say it on the card as well. But what that does is, instead of fighting, so like, you know, instead of adding that attack to your attack points, it goes in kind of like a separate piercing energy pool, and you can use that piercing energy value to attack cards for their victory point cost, which is this little red circle here, instead of their attack cost. So I could, and if they do not have this symbol here, you cannot hit them. So I would not be able to use piercing energy on this card because it does not have a victory point cost. But let's say I played this card and then KO'd it, I would have the option of hitting either this guy or this guy. But I kind of want to save this card, so I'm not going to play it this turn. So we have our 2 recruit, 2 attack. 2 attack does nothing, 2 recruit gets us a sidekick. And we're going to go ahead and clean up. And move on to this guy. Another Master Strike. This guy has a difficult choice here. Awkwardly, I think he's going to say 0. And this guy's going to say 0 as well. So he's going to get rid of all this stuff. It's kind of sad, but that's okay. I got a plan. So this Kurth here can fight her. She has no valid bonding targets because this guy's already bonded and these 2 guys are even. So with that 3 attack, he can just collect her, which is amazing. And that's going to be his turn. Now onto this guy. Master Strike again. So his choice is pretty simple. He's going to say not 0. He's going to keep these 2 cards basically. This guy's just going to discard all the 0s. And now we're going to play these 2 cards and draw 2. But we'll draw, oh yeah, so we'll draw 1 first. And then we'll play him to proc his X-Gene Tech, since our discard hasn't shuffled over yet, and draw another card. That's pretty good. So now we can play our sidekick here to rescue a bystander first. Oh, that's pretty nice. Oh, sewers aren't empty. Rip. Would have been great, but not so good. And then she'll be able to draw a card. So that brings us up to 3 recruit, and we can buy this Phoenix. And she only has, or he only has 2 attack. So not going to be hitting anything, but that's okay. Unfortunately, we will not be able to proc Yo-Yo because we do not have 2 shield team in our hand, but she'll still grab us our 2 recruit. Throg, I think we'll go ahead and play Throg to make it up to 4 to get one of these Wolverines. So we'll use this Wolverine first to draw a card. Nice, a sidekick. Interesting. We'll play the sidekick first. Draw 2. Oh, beautiful! So now we can play these two. Sorry, I had to cough there. To put Yo-Yo back on top of our deck. So that's 4 recruit. Then that's 6 recruit. And since we made 6 recruit, he gets +2 attack. And then this guy gets +2 attack because we drew a card. So that's 4 attack and 6 recruit. Nice. So for 4 attack, he's not in the sewers or rooftop, so we can't make it higher than 6 recruit, sadly. If we could have made it to 8, we could get both of these. We do have a bunch of stuff in our discard, so we'll just go ahead and fight this guy. And discard the top card of our deck, which we know it's Yo-Yo. That's interesting. Well, we had to play Yo-Yo to get the 6. That's okay. So we'll discard the Yo-Yo and we will KO. I think one of the agents here. And by a Wolverine and a Sidekick. Good stuff. We're getting there, guys. We're getting there. Oh, also, these victory points combined as well for the piercing energy. So this has 6 victory points on it. This also has 6 victory points on it. So if I wanted to hit the mastermind with piercing energy, I would have to make 12, which is probably not going to happen. But we'll see. Another one of these guys. That's interesting. And we do have tech cards, so we'll get to proc his draw card. So we have 4 recruit, which is and 3 attack. Enough to buy this. There we go. She's soaring flighted. Nice. And one of these. Sadly, we may have to look at buying another Maria, a 3rd Maria. I don't know. Hard choice. But not this turn, of course. Alright. Nice. Now this guy's in the rooftop, so he'll proc. She says, reveal the top card of your deck. If it has an odd numbered cost, draw it. Let's see, it does not. 0, as indicated on the card, is even, but that's okay, we tried. Let's see, what is that? A 0? So this guy is kind of interesting. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4 recruit. Got 2 attack. It says reveal the top or bottom card of your deck. If it costs 4 or more, you get an extra 2 recruit. So he becomes 4. So this would be 8 recruit here if I proc its condition, which is pretty good. But before I play this, I believe I'm going to recruit this Wolverine and see what happens. Very nice. So I've used this for recruit right here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to throw this artifact to get +2 attack. And then play this card and look at the bottom card, which is the artifact that I just threw, and get the extra 2 recruit to be able to buy this card. So now I can spend my 4 attack. I can even kill this guy to get another 2 recruit, but I have a sneaking suspicion that this guy is going to need that in order to start getting some of these higher cost cards. So he has 4. Yes, so if we leave this guy on the rooftops here, he can actually get his 6 dropper next turn. So we might leave that for him. So in that case, we will look at killing this guy. Oof, but if we kill that guy, we're basically going to have to, whatever comes off top here is what we're going to get rid of. And since I've already spent all 8 of my recruit, we'll do it anyway. Let's see what happens. Nice. That's very good. We lucked out there. So it's going to be the end of our turn. It's going to come over to this guy, and he comes out. Sweet. So we don't have another tech in our hand to proc this Maximus, but 2, 3, 4. We have 5 attack and this piercing energy. We have this card, which is going to be interesting. Do we have a 1 attacker in here? We do not. We do. Very nice. So let's play Kitty Cat here to draw a card. Cool. Interesting. This Phoenix here actually procs this card, which is interesting. So we have, but I'm not gonna play it, I don't think. So we have 2, that's 3, 4, 5, 7 attack, and 4 recruit if I play this card. Oops. So I think I will play this card. It's going to get KO'd, and it's going to count towards our loss condition, sadly, but that's okay. And then I'll choose this card from my discard to KO with it, so that gives us the 4 recruit, and I'm not going to play this Phoenix. So now with the 7 attack, this would bond with this guy. I want to take out this guy, but I think getting to our 6 for this card is very important, so we're going to go ahead and fight that. And now we're up to 6 recruit, so we can go ahead and buy this Phoenix. And I can hit this for the 3 damage that I have extra because I made 7 here, but it might be worth letting him move over and letting this guy take care of that. Probably be the better call. Sweet. Okay, size changing. Size changing is pretty cool. If you play a card with the class icon of the size changing, it gets -2 attack for that. So if this said like size changing yellow, black, green, and you played on your turn a yellow, black, green, then he would be at 0 attack. But he only says size changing yellow. So if we play a yellow card, he'll get -2 attack, but only once. So you can't proc that multiple times. There's another keyword that's very similar, but it can be procced multiple times. I forget what it's called, but I don't think we have it in this game. So to start things off, I think we'll play the sidekick to draw 2 cards, which will power up both of my Wolverines. So these are both 4 attack now, which is good. We also drew into our yo-yo, which is nice as well. But all the cards in the HQ are currently this guy's, so that's a thing. So we'll just play these 2 guys. We'll have 3 recruit and put yo-yo on top of our deck again. So this is going to be 8 attack, and then 11 attack, 13 attack. Let's see what this guy is currently. He is 6 plus 6, 12, so he's 13 attack. And we have 12? 8, 11, 12, 13. Oof. I can hit this guy. I can hit him. I think I will. We need to start working towards it. Right? Let me make sure that my math is right here. So this guy is a multi-class card, so the red counts, right? So it's green, red, and black, or tech. So that's 3. 3 times 2 is 6, plus 6 is 12, plus 1 is 13. I think we are going to hit this, and I'll be able to KO one of my heroes. So when it says KO one of your heroes, that's any hero that you've played or that's in your hand. So I'm probably just going to KO this guy here, and we'll be good there. Now the risk of doing that is the city was in kind of a prime spot to be cleaned up, honestly. I could have taken out this guy and this guy for 9, but we need to start working on the mastermind. And if one guy escapes, there's a plethora of things in the HQ that belong to this guy, so we're gonna make him choose what he wants to keep and what he wants to get rid of. But we really need to start working on this guy here. Alright, so we're going to draw a card. This guy's going to escape. It's going to be bad mojo for everybody, basically. Each player swaps their hand with the top 4 cards of their deck. So what we're going to do here is we're just going to take 4 cards off the top. And going to just group these up. Now, I don't know. I guess you can choose the order. I don't know how that works, but we're just gonna group them and throw them on top. We can't really draw a card anyway, so that's alright. And this guy's gonna do the same. And we're gonna put them in his hand. So this guy wound up with 2 attack and a potential 4 recruit. Yeah, that's not good. Probably should have cleaned the city on his turn, huh? So KOing this card to get 4 recruit would basically do nothing. Oh, we got to KO a card because this guy escaped. My bad. We'll probably get rid of this Maximus here. And he will go up here, counting towards our 20 total. Whew. So we're not going to play her. So that leaves us with basically a non-hand. Not good. Now the upside is the symbiote bonded. Oh, okay. So we're now at 5. So anything 6 or higher gets KO'd. Which luckily we don't have anything 6 or higher. It's all 5 drops. So that's good. This guy's not going to be able to attack anything, but he has 3 recruit. He may snag this. It's a tough choice. So this guy really needs recruit power. This guy not so much. Kind of, but not really. He needs draw power, so we'll just grab him a sidekick. And that's a pretty good card for him. So now we're going to be looking at probably, oh, that's not good. So now we're at 4. So all these cards are going to get KO'd. And we'll do it one at a time here. So this one, this one, this one, and this one. Whew, that's not good. So now we're at 7. So we have 3 recruits and a pretty good bit of attack here. So that's 4, 5 attack. This guy's gonna bond with the guy in the banks. I don't have a card to really take care of that. What do we have in here? We have another attack card here that we can feasibly get rid of. 3 recruit will get us this. So we'll go ahead and pick this card up as the Phoenix Ult. That's 2, 3, 4, 5 attack. If I hit this, it goes here. Don't have a yellow to do anything. I may look at just killing this. Another possibility is to KO this Phoenix. and take out this as well. This is really not going that great. So we'll kill that guy, discard the top card of my deck, which is that Phoenix, which is probably not that great, but we'll see. Get rid of that guy and end our turn. At least we don't have to worry about another escape happening. This guy comes out. If we fight him in the sewers or rooftops, get 2 recruit. Gonna go ahead and play our throne artifact. So I don't know if I want to bounce Yo-Yo and draw her again. Let's see. So that's gonna be 2, 4, 5, 6 recruit. For 6, we could pick up 2 cards, which is this one, which is basically a utility card, or another throne artifact than this Wolverine. So I think we will bounce the Yo-Yo. So we're just gonna play this out, put Yo-Yo on top of our deck, say we have 6 recruit, and buy this guy, and this guy, a Beastie ult comes out, which is unfortunate, kind of. We can throw this to make 3 attack. This guy's at 4 because we played this. Slightly unfortunate. I guess since this guy's size changing yellow, bonding this guy over here is not a bad idea. That'll prevent this escape from happening at least. So we'll just bond that over there. Interesting hand. Now that all of his cards, oh boy. Now we're down to 3, and we KO literally everything in the HQ again. So this Phoenix ult goes bye-bye. We're up to 12 KO'd heroes. That's not good. So do we have a tech? Do have a tech. So playing this guy will allow us to draw a card. That brings us up to 2 attack. That's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 recruit, which is 1 short for this Wolverine ult, but that's kind of his. Now the tables have turned. So I'll pick up this Maximus and an officer for 6, and 2 attack gets us nothing. Oh boy, this is really going. I think we lose here. That's down to 2, so all these get KO'd. We're not quite dead yet. But we are 3 away, so that means that these Phoenixes have to. This Phoenix player has to be very careful. So we can Loki this. Since we threw that last card, we know that our bottom card is a 4 cost currently. So that's nice. So we can basically play this, reveal the bottom card, know that it's a 4. Get 4 recruit. Then we can play these 2. This is odd cost, so she's a 3 cost. That's interesting. So we can play those 2. Put Yo-Yo back on top of our deck. I may need to counter for this. So we're at 4, 5 right now. Then plus Yo-Yo is 7. That's really sad that my Beastie Ultimate got KO'd there. I could have bought him this turn. That's okay. So that's 7 recruit. Then we can play her to get Yo-Yo again to get up to 9 recruit. And we know that the top card of our deck is a 3 dropper because it's Yo-Yo. So we can play this now, and we can discard the Yo-Yo and reveal the bottom card of ours for an extra +2 attack. So now that's 5 attack, that's 7 attack, that's 8 attack, and 9 recruit points. 8 attack. So we're gonna buy this. go down to 5 recruit. It's not really anything else in here that we particularly want. We can proc this guy with our red Wolverines and this card even. And there's 3 of them out here. We'll get it. It's basically a Maria with a additional side effect, I guess. We'll get one of these guys and go down to 2 recruit and buy a sidekick, and that clears us out for now. So now we got to figure out how to spend this 8 attack. So there's currently 2 different colors. So unfortunately he's at 10 and we're 2 short. This guy's at 9. We did not play a yellow card this turn, so he's still at 9. I guess we'll fight this guy. Each player swaps a card from their hand with the top card of their deck. That will not play for me because I have no cards in my hand currently, but this guy will. This guy's not going to be able to. Well, maybe. So we'll just swap this 1 attacker. Nice. That's pretty good. But we know what we're going to draw, which is 1 attack. So that's interesting. Well, not necessarily, because she draws us 2 cards. So, good stuff. Another scheme twist. That basically means we lose, because we're down to 1, and we KO everything in the HQ, which puts us over 20. So that was a loss on my part. I can sit here and kind of go back and look at the game again, but really what it boils down to is we didn't get our decks going fast enough, right? Like the HQ was working against us there. Like this guy over here couldn't get enough recruit. He may have wanted to get maybe another Maria or something, or go more aggressive into sidekicks or new recruits, maybe both. In this case, it might have been it probably could have went more aggressive into new recruit territory, because they give you 1 attack and draw you a card, so it would cycle out and help him get more recruit. Meanwhile, generating attack as well, and it could have cleaned up the city a bit easier that way. But for the most part, this guy just kind of clogged the HQ, right? This guy could have purchased some of the cards, but it really wasn't what he wanted at all. So it would have hurt him more. It would have wound up being the same-ish, I guess, maybe. He would have had the attack off the Beastie, which would have helped. But I still believe that the end result would have been the same, because he wouldn't have been able to recruit still. And yeah, I don't know. We just kind of got RNG'd there a little bit. But there was definitely a play that I kind of messed up on. It's hard to say. So when this guy had the 13 attack, if he had to clean the city a little bit, it might have changed the outcome, but I doubt it, because the main reason we lost was the scheme. So if we had to clean the city, at most it would have bought us a turn or so. So I don't think that was really a factor in the outcome of the game. But anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed the video and you learned some, or learned. I don't know. One of those is a real word, I'm sure. How to play some of these new keywords here. So peace out, and we'll catch you next time.